the shadow. I am Glay. Hey, hey, hey. And I see nobody's coming in right now because they probably thought that I wasn't going to be able to talk anymore. And they're probably right. I've been broadcasting 29 seconds, 30 seconds, 31 seconds. Nobody showed up yet. Oh, that got one person. All right. We started. All right. We're starting right now. How's everybody? I hope you're all doing great. It's been a while since I've been on here because, well, I had cataract surgery and I just got to sort of rest my eyes a whole lot. I really don't know what to say that much. Um, but I'm having fun. I hope you're all having fun too in your lives. Simply wonderful. We've been waiting out some bad storms they were calling for here, and it's just raining right now. So thank goodness the bad storms are gone. I don't know really what to talk about. To tell you the truth, I guess I could talk about just about anything. You know. Hey, there's three. Hey, Angie. Hello, darling. How are you, darling? There's Angie's in the room. All right. Thank you, Angie, for coming into my room. I'm just talking nonsensical stuff, not really very serious. But we had some a little bit of bad weather today, but not bad. Been really warm, been really dry, and but missed you guys a whole lot. This is not like Periscope. This is Haps, and it's different. And I think they're doing better. I see they have an add guest button up there now, so I don't have to hit your name if I want to do it. But then there's four people. Now we're up to four. We're getting close to five. Um, but I guess everybody knows what's going on in the world right now and how crazy things are, and how the people are. Everybody they want everybody to take these vaccines, and nobody wants to do it anymore. And I've got just what I have heard that there's getting ready to be a move through FEMA to possibly using the National Guard and some military troops to not make you mandatorily take it, but they're going to be in charge of giving vaccines. I'm on Haps and YouTube, both, Angie. Yeah, you can come into Haps. Yeah, yeah, you just stay in Haps. There's no sense going to YouTube. I'm on both. Okay, thanks, Angie. Um, but they're talking about FEMA maybe getting involved. With what we're going through in our country right now, with President Barney Fife, who doesn't know where he is most times of the day. Um, Everything's just pure chaos right now. Hi, la la la. Hi, how are you? Okay, yeah, Angie, that's better, honey. Hi, Angie. But it's crazy town. Everything's wild. Um, in DC right now. I popped in here. Thank you. Good. But it's crazy town right now in Washington D.C. It's crazy town all over the United States of America. I guess you notice that most states are now going with CCWs with a concealed carry permit without taking tests now. There's over 20 states now because they know something's up. They know some things are crazy out there right now. And with this lack of confidence in Washington CCP, nobody wants to trust the government right now. We don't know who's behind Biden. We don't know if it's Obama, if it's Brennan, if it's Clinton. Whoever in the world is the one behind him because the man's a raving lunatic right now. Hey, Della. Yeah, I'm not going to get the jab either. You just don't know what's going on. Soros could be Soros too, London Blue. Could be. He's got some big money behind him, and the man's about crazy. I mean, seriously, you heard him at the G7. He absolutely embarrassed our country at the G7. He made everybody feel unpatriotic just sitting in that pool. He talks down to the military. He gets out there, has no idea what he's talking about. I better not talk about this because the people that tell me what I can talk about might get upset. You know, he's a noodle. He is a noodle. But you don't know. You just don't know. And it is embarrassing, Della. It's very embarrassing. It's not much fun right now. And we still have people from. Thank you. I'm glad you like my profile pic, whatever that is. It's black in here because I'm in my computer room, and because my eye is still sensitive to light, I just cut off the light in my room, so I'm not trying to hide myself. I'm just in the dark. Um, let's see. What else should I talk about? Oh, you didn't say you liked it. Very funny. But we've now got a statue of George Floyd sitting somewhere in, was it New Jersey? We now have a new holiday called Juneteenth. There are people that are actually wanting different races of people to die, and I'm not going to say what races. If you read the news, you know what I'm talking about. They're putting out false information. There are still people that were at January 6th at the when President Trump had his speech for the fake insurrection, which we're getting more and more information all the time that there are some people that in the government that were behind all that. Um, the people there were accused of killing a police officer, which was a lie. They said they beat him over the head with a fire extinguisher. That was a lie. And not just yeah, but the flat, yeah, yeah, the jab too. Thank you, Della. So, but here's this girl without a gun, no gun. She walks in, and the guy just murders her. I mean, it's cold-blooded murder. I'm just going to tell you that's what it was. It's cold-blooded murder. It's calculated, cold-blooded murder. Nobody knows exactly who it is. They won't release the name. They say he's not going to be charged. And yet there's a young lady laying dead, bleeding to death inside the U.S. Capitol. But nobody's going to do anything to him. But they're going around rounding up people that weren't even inside the Capitol now. I just heard they had a mass arrest in Alaska. And those people weren't even there in January 6th. I don't know if they think they're co-conspirators or what. But I mean, I know that Antifa, the two branches of Antifa, were there. And I know that Ali Alexander with his group Orange was there. I know the Sullivan brothers were there and they weren't arrested. And they just want to keep that up, saying it's an insurrection. It's a terrible thing. Well, there's no insurrection. If there's an insurrection, a buddy of mine told me this the other day. He said, if there's an insurrection, you have planes flying in, you have tanks on the ground, all this stuff. But our politicians are really good at making up words, you know. That MS 102, I don't know. I don't know if it'll come back or not. Hey, London Blue, you're on Heckle. Good. I don't know if it's going to come back or not. I don't know if it can come back. I don't know if Donald Trump comes back. I don't know if it's going to be if he would come back, if he can even fix it. This is a time these people have been waiting for years. They have the opportunity to do whatever they want to do because they've got a clown in the White House. And so that's the reason why they just do anything they want to do. So it's a shame. It's a shame. They're trying to turn our military, just like Obama tried to, turn it into a social experiment. And they're trying to get rid of as many people that supported our president, President Trump, getting them out of the military. It's a joke. It's a sad joke, but it's a joke. Dr. Fauci lied. His emails proved it. Fauci lied. People died. And yet he's still hanging around getting paid $417,000 a year. Why? Yeah, make your own Gestapo. A lot of people talk about communism. This has gone beyond communism. We're now talking about Nazism. We're now talking about brown shirts. We're now talking about kids turning in their own parents, or they're turning in their grandparents for saying they're enemies of the state. And there's more and more people getting rounded up for doing nothing. And it's just like we now have the Gestapo, the brown shirts. I'm just waiting for the Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass that the Nazis did when they went through there attacking people. I mean, it's historical. Buy me oh my gosh, Angie, $3. Wow, dear, I love you, sweetheart. Thank you. Wow. If I pay $3 for a cup of coffee, somebody hit me upside the head with a ball bat, okay? But anyway, that's all that's been going on, really. I mean, I'm just watching the country fold and fall apart. I'm watching Biden embarrassing the country. I'm watching, did you see, by the way, what's her name? She was the Secretary of State under Clinton. Madeleine Albright. She's wearing a wig now. Did you see that? Madeleine Albright now has a wig. Okay. Oh, Dr. T did? It's an ingredient antifreeze. Oh, that's great. Well, don't take it by mouth because you know what antifreeze does to an animal. A lot of people don't want to, they want to get rid of cats and dogs. You know what they do? They put out bowls with antifreeze in it. And it tastes really sweet. And the dogs and the cats lick it and consume it. And what it does, it goes inside their body and it takes their body and breaks down all their internal organs. They die a horrible death. Yeah, propylene glycol. That's right. And they die a horrible death. We had a guy I used to work at, and he got fired, with well deserved being fired. And we had a lot of cats in the neighborhood. It was the downtown building where our parts store was, and we had a lot of cats in the back there. And he hated cats, so he'd put out bowls with antifreeze in it. And I didn't know. I went back there one time just to open the door because I thought a delivery was coming, and I saw these bowls of antifreeze out there. And I went out there and I went and talked to the store manager. I said, we got a problem here. I said, this guy Brian, I said, he's putting bowls of antifreeze out there with these cats and these puppy dogs and all that stuff are. And so they went in there and they told me, he said, you've been doing it? He said, yeah. He said, a bunch of dumb feral cats, let them die. And it wasn't long after that he no longer worked there. There's people that are mean, just pure mean. Just doing evil stuff like that. Why in the world people do that, I don't understand, but they can be evil. But yeah, it's Mr. T's making one. That's pretty good now. Mr. T, he's got bona fides. Yeah, he's got bona fides. Like at Helen Hunt in "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" She said he's bona fide. Yeah, she's gonna marry him because he's bona fide. Telegram is a place you all can see the documents and videos from all the doctors. I can't believe the information that's on it. I know it. I know. You're absolutely right. But you try to put that on Twitter, you lose your account. You put it on Facebook, you lose your account. I have one friend that's on here who's been in Facebook jail about 4 or 5 times. I'm not going to mention her name, but she has a tendency to get thrown into Facebook jail sometimes. Yeah, it is awful. It's awful. And we can't even talk about it. But the press, which is part of the problem, which is tied in with our government, and you might think, well, this guy's a conspiracy theorist. No, I'm not. I mean, they're taking their orders from the government. That's why you can't even watch the news. You can't watch Fox News anymore. Tucker Carlson, that's about it. The rest of it, I mean, it's just talking points. They're just opinion. There's no news anymore out there. And everybody's just arguing about this and that, and these people are bad, that person's good. And that's all that it is. So I don't watch the news anymore. It's unwatchable. Your dad's not doing very well? Oh, Angie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, honey. I'm not going to get it. They can go ahead and force me to take it, but I'm not going to take it. There's no way. And if they say we'll kill you, then we'll go ahead and kill me. I'm not going to take your stupid shot. They won't say that, though, because they cannot make you take the shot. I tell people, they say, you ought to take a shot. I said, why should I? I said, you're the guinea pigs. I'll just watch and, see what happens to you. And they're starting to come out with numbers of people who've died. There are over 5,000 people they say they've died. There's up to 10,000 people that have permanent injuries. People that have, and tardive dyskinesia or seizures is one of the bad parts. The younger people, though, the worst part about that is they have heart issues and they have clotting issues in their brain and their heart. It's terrible. I know it. It's terrible. And a young person, they have a 99.975% chance of survival without anything. Why do you want to give them shots? I saw where they were giving these women that had a child that were pregnant, and they gave birth to a child, and the children, when they were being breastfed, they were taking the mother's milk, and the children were the little infants, these newborns, were having issues with bleeding on the inside of their body. It's horrible. Anybody that wanted to do that to their kids, ton of mini strokes. Well, I hope they get tons of them. Oh my gosh, he's having tons of mini strokes. Oh dear Lord, Jesus. I'm sorry, Angie. That's horrible. That's absolutely terrible. I don't know why these people continue to do this. It's not a vaccine, folks. It's experimental. They had to get a special waiver from the FDA to even be able to do this. It takes 5 to 10 years to get a vaccine, all the tests. They quit testing this stuff on animals. You know why? Because it killed all the animals. They felt more empathy for the animals than they did human beings. LLA is on. She's on YouTube. He's on YouTube. That's the reason why when you see that little red thing right there, it means you're on YouTube. I think that's Mr. Long-haired Luke or somebody. I'm all by myself over here. That has to be him. Yeah. But anyway, somebody asked me if I'd do this because I haven't done it in a while. This is not like Periscope. Periscope is different. It was so easy for everybody else, and everybody was doing it, and there were millions of people doing it. Look, I got 21 people in here. I'm very grateful for that, by the way. I'm not complaining, but we used to get lots of big numbers, but it's just not the same thing. Oh Lord, Angie, we'll say prayers for him. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sweetie. I really am. I'm so very sorry about that. Besides that, in my personal life, I'm okay. I'm making it. We had some storm warnings come out this afternoon to this evening. Thank goodness they weakened and moved up toward Kentucky and Virginia up that way. So we come out of that pretty safe. It's raining now, but it's just light rain, so that's good. We needed some rain. Your sister's okay? Good. But I don't know. It's a lot of people are on. Del, what's that thing that you and I have a room on? What's that one app that begins with an A that B&B comes in and Arnie Maui and all them? What is that app? Oh, what is that app? It's where you come in and you have 4 or 5 people talking at the same time and all that stuff. I can't remember the name of the app now. Would anybody know what the name of the app is? No, not Telegram. It's whoa. Well, I'm glad that thing started to come on my nose. Wow, that did not feel good. Wow, that almost hit me right in the face. Airtime. Thank you, Angie. Wow. Well, that that thing came down real quick. I'm glad I caught it before it hit me upside the head and broke my iPad. I think I had a little bit too close over the edge here. Oh, there it goes again. I think I'm going to have to tighten up those lug wrenches because it's wanting to move around now. I think it's loosened up now, so I'm going to have to tighten them all up. So, well, shucks. Well, I'll just hold it with my hand then. Am I in danger? Be nice to. I was in danger for a little bit, but I'm okay now. I'm still. It tried to hurt me. It came to life and tried to hurt me. Is your tactic to get your coins? No. People like, here's my tactic. You want me to get a tactic? Get my coins? Let's get it on. Ooh, baby, let's get it on. I could do that, or I could read the phone book, or I could read the dictionary too. Aardvark, Aardvark. It's an animal with a big long nose. Oh yeah, because they are talking about the shedding. You stud them up and you, hey, but no, it's just I'm just having fun. I'm just talking to my friends. I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody for a while, and I'm glad that you all came in. I really am. The foolishness is on Twitter and that Twitter live stuff and that stacks or whatever they call it. I'm not interested in that because it's just all old, worn out stuff from Periscope days, and I'm not in the mood to get in fights with people anymore. It's just crazy stuff. Your father died 2 months after the jab. His kidney started bleeding, and all of a sudden he ended up with cancer. Sent him home on hospice, and he died in 4 days. Oh my goodness gracious! Happened so fast. We've never seen anything like it before. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, people need to wake up about it. I mean, you You saw where, Cuomo was not going to take the mandate off the people, the residents of the state of New York until 70% of the people um, got vaccinated. Yeah, well, you can't trust this government anymore. I mean, I trust it to a point. Hopefully, keep things going. The train's running on time. The clocks work. The lights work. But when it gets up to Washington D.C. and all that stuff, you can't trust anything anymore. They do. Seriously, you can't. Hey, BNB. Oh, hi, BNB. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, my device tried to hurt me a minute ago, BNB. It almost fell on my head. And then when I tried to fix it, it almost did it again. I think my device is mad at me. Well, what did you do? You didn't do anything. You came in here. That's what you did, baby. You came in here. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people never had health problems before LLA, and they just didn't have it. It's horrible. And when it's bad enough that you quit giving the shots to animals because all the animals are dying, then you should not be giving it to human beings. Yeah. Trying to help a friend? Oh, okay. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Keep your needles to yourselves. I wish these people were concerned about needles that they're concerned about the junkies that are in the alleys and that the needles are washing up on the beach. Now they're saying they're having trouble with this PPE stuff and the needles and syringes and everything washing and masks washing up on beaches. You know? Well, what does that matter? Just get the shot. You get the shot. Yeah, just get the shot. Doesn't matter you're polluting our oceans with these used masks and PPE equipment and old gloves and used syringes. Who cares? It doesn't matter. No. Maybe we should send it to China, where it came from, in China, in Wuhan lab. While she lied, people died. That's it, plain and simple. B&B is a good friend. She's a lovely lady. China. Yeah. Like President Trump said, it came from China. Oh, yeah. I saw a lady that was about 3 months ago where they made her take the shot. She was a CNA, been with the hospital 20 years. And she's having terrible side effects. She got Parkinson's, horrible. Well, it's tardive dyskinesia. It's Parkinson's created by medicine. It's terrible. And it's absolutely terrible what people are going through. But nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody wants to talk about sports or want to talk about J-Lo and Beyonce and talk about these actors, which have nothing to do with anything. Who cares? I don't even know what movies are out there. I don't even know what bands are playing in anymore. I don't care, you know? I really don't. Falsey is a tiny little master splinter who came through a baseball bat and probably grew up and locked in lockers. That's probably true. Falsey, I like that. Instead of Fauci, she calls him Falsey. I like that. That's pretty good. Angie, my good friend. Angie's a sweetheart. And locked in lockers. Now I can see that. I can see that. As little as that dude is. 417K a year. Isn't this the same man that said that during the HIV epidemic where people were dying from HIV would turn into AIDS, that he said, and check me on this, that if you sat next to a person that had HIV, you would be contaminated and you would get the disease. I think he said that. I think there's a book came out with some of his weird belief systems. And now he's talking about, well, we need to investigate. Maybe it did come from China. Maybe it did come from Wuhan. Falsey lied. People died. And no one would care. Well, they didn't. I don't care if you're gay, you're straight. I don't care if you're bi, tri, or if you drive a four-wheel wagon. You should be given the best health care in this country, and no one should lie to you where you could get sick and die. And that's what they're worried about, people taking the shot right now. because your nonspecific antibodies, I've learned a lot about this stuff. I didn't know it. You have nonspecific antibodies. Let's say something like a bad infection or anything like that comes in your body. The nonspecific, in other words, whatever kind of infection or anything that comes in to threaten the body, the antibodies go and attack it to protect you from getting sick. But with this COVID stuff, the shot, they're saying it's made the antibodies specific. In other words, they only go after CV-19 if it comes in your body. But if something else comes in, it has shut down the nonspecific antibodies. So you're in the same mess that HIV patients were, that you have no protection, just like HIV patients didn't have any protection. But that's what I heard. But I don't do LLA. She said, "Tell Angie I said hi." If that's left-handed Luke. Is that who that is? Left-handed Luke. That might be. But it's not fake news. I'm just telling you what doctors say and what's coming out. People are finally starting to find out about this stuff. You know. But besides that, it's been a wonderful day in the neighborhood. It's a wonderful day to be feeling good. Would you be my neighbor? You could be my neighbor. I want to let you know that many years ago, I was president of the United States of America. And I said, I did not. And nobody believed me. Why should anybody believe Joe Biden? Hmm? Why should you believe Joseph Biden? Hey, I married Hillary Clinton, so you can, my judgment cannot be too good. All right. Oh yeah, is it Cooper? Is that who your governor is? Is this a dark scope? No, it's not a dark scope. I just don't want people to see me. I get embarrassed real easily in public. I really do. I get embarrassed in public very easily. Look, I just can't help myself. I fell on my head and I started talking like this. Sometimes it just takes over my personality. It does. It's because oh, you like to see me? Oh, oh wow. Well, I'll tell you what. You can come over to my place, and we'll go ahead and pick drapes and get some new carpet. Oh man. But that's about. I'm about done. I talked 28 minutes, and I've just been rambling. Glade the new, the voice. I'm weird. Let's see. Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. In the 18th of April in 75, hardly a man is now alive who remembers that famous day and year. Or, thank you for coming. Hey, is there a car that you're interested in? Just let me know. Anything we got. I'll leave you to make a decision. Just holler at me when you want to, if you're interested in anything. Thank you. Or, hi, this is Glay. I'm calling from the IRS, and we're having some problems with your account. Okay, we having problems with your account. In other words, you haven't filed taxes in the last 15 years. My microwave, it's working very well. It's doing very well. It's doing very well, B&B. It really is. I'm more worried about my head. This thing fell on my head. The famous microwave. No, I'm not smoking. I'm sorry. I quit smoke. I haven't smoked any illegal drugs since 1990. I've been sober. Hard to believe, really, girls. I've been sober since 1990. You wouldn't know it by the way I talk and carry on, but that's true. Oh, the microwave. Oh, is the microwave smoking? No, the microwave's not smoking. Why would the microwave be smoking? Hi, Teresa. Why would the microwave be smoking? Oh, I don't know. I know it's not smoking. My microwave works just fine. Thank you very much. But not really. I'm running out of stuff to say. I'm running on empty. Oh, that's right. My last go. Running on empty. When did Jackson Brown did that song, "Running on Empty"? I think it was him. Yeah, Jackson Brown did a song called "Running on Empty." He also did "Rock Me on the Water" too. Yeah, and he also did the Pretender, Jackson Brown. Any Jackson Brown fans in the house? Look at that. Oh, hey, Teresa. Hello, Teresa. Hey, baby. What's wrong? I'm not going to show myself. I'm sorry. I've never shown myself before. There's only certain people have seen my face. Angie has. Della has. Um, I think B&B seen my face one time. How is my eye? It's getting better. It's still, it's really, really bright. Still, real bright stuff is still bothering it some, but I can see out of it a whole lot better. I have to take eye drops twice a day. But I see there's people seen me before. Let's see, it was me and Angie and Kelly and uh oh what is her name? The rabbit. I can't think of her name now. There's 5 or 6 of us in there live all the time. Me and Joe Mo and Cujo and a bunch of them were in there. We're live all the time. People get to see who we were. What do you mean? Yeah, Tamara. Yeah. There's one that was really big friends with who was it? Who was an ex-soldier? Oh, PD. Oh yeah, PD. Poor stick. Yeah, yeah. She was on there for a long time trying to help him. Cujo Jomo, right? Yeah, they were in there too. I don't know what happened to Cebu. I know that I think he got a good job. He's working really a good job now. Yeah, poor stick. Yeah, he was the one. And there was a friend of ours that was in his scopes all the time. He is around. Okay, I haven't seen him anywhere. And there's a few of them still around somewhere. But Periscope going down just sort of broke everything apart. I heard what they were doing to the ones who got arrested on January 6th. There's some of them that said they're not even being fed and everything. They say it's terrible what's going on, and there's people in there that weren't even in Washington D.C. now that they're rounding up. It's horrible. I listened to it on. Let's see, Santilli had it, Bannon had it, um, and some of the others people released what they're actually doing to those poor people. I know. Well, a lot of them are on Twitter Live, and you know, he was Todd. Wasn't Poor Stick's real name Todd? Tod. Yeah, yeah. It was Todd. I can't remember Todd's last name, but it was Todd was his first name. Yeah, Todd. But I don't remember anything. That's about all I remember about him. So, but everybody, thank you for coming into my little soiree into broadcasting again. I haven't done it in a long time, and if I sound nervous, it's because I'm not used to doing it anymore. In Facebook and IG. Yeah, I appreciate you coming in. I really don't do this much anymore. It's just not like Periscope, and I'm glad. I mean, they making a lot of changes on Haps. A whole lot of changes. Hi, Teresa. Thank you. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is for you to be online. What is Glade going to do at $4.30? I'm going to rent me a boat and go to the Caribbean, and change your name a lot. Yeah, it's just I'm just like I said in my original thing. I just think there's a lot of people don't know what's going on. I think there's a lot of people scared, and what's going on to the people that's in the Washington D.C. jails. Those poor people that are being treated like they're monsters. Uh, it's horrible. It's horrible. A lot of them they won't let attorneys see the people. It's crazy. And Biden's after that part of that. It's not good. Della broke heck. I heard about that. Somebody said she was on there like 5 hours. 5 hours? Della, what were you on Heckle for 5 hours for? I heard somebody told me about that. Yeah, Barbara's husband passed away, and then her grandson, he survived that horrible accident. He got out of the hospital, and he graduated, but he's got a lot of rehab left to do. But it's good that he's there, and he's there with her at the time. It is. It's good. It really is. But folks, that's about it. I'm out of words. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm out of words. But 5 hours and 49 minutes. Whoa, Della. Oh my, 5 hours and 49 minutes. People said you had a big mouth and you like to talk a lot, but 5 hours and 49 minutes. Wow. Wow. Remind me not to get into a talking contest with you, heckle hog. A heckle hog. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in. I really do. I really do. A heckle hog. I like that. Yeah. But anyway, folks, thanks for coming in. It's been fun. I love you too, sweetheart. I love you too. Heckle is a new app that you can just download and set you up an account, and you just go in there and heckle, and just talk, and people come in, and then they don't replay. You can't replay what you put on there. It's sort of weird. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, honey. All right, everybody, have a good night. Take care. God bless. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the money, and thanks for the love. I love you. And remember, God loves you. All He wants you to do is love Him back. He will give you peace because He sent His Son, the Prince of Peace, Jesus, who gave His life on Calvary's tree, that your precious, His shed His precious blood, that you might be a new creature in Him, in Christ Jesus, and have salvation. Everyone, have a good night. Take care. God bless.